Can you hear me now? Yes. Okay, things sound good on my end. Let's just make sure the camera is doing what the camera needs to do. Things are good with the green screen. All right, so it's been a while since we have worked on these modular assets. You might remember a couple of weeks ago we were streaming the creation of modular assets to make houses, and we ran into a couple issues with the pieces. So I have updated the pieces, and now we should be good to go with that. So we did a lot of work, just like creating them and everything. Fixed these up today during the during like the beginning, before the stream. I guess the preparation phase, because we didn't have proper corners, but now we have a proper corner suite for the roof house to go all the way down, and it looks like we're good to go. So the only thing that's not finished being modeled are the porch pieces, but we will work on that at a future date. I don't imagine we're going to get there with texturing and UV unwrapping tonight, so it's going to be what it is, I suppose. So tonight we are just going to be doing some UVs and some textures. Now each section, the roof pieces, the walls, the porch, and the accessories, they all have a single material for, not all the pieces, but for their section. So the roof pieces will have their own material and everything. So all these pieces are going to share the same texture, space, and then we'll get into some other textures depending on what we have time for. I don't even know if we're going to get the walls and the roofs done tonight, but that's the plan, is to get the walls, the roof, and maybe the accessories complete tonight. So, KDB, welcome to the stream. No, you did not miss it. We're going to be here for the next couple of hours doing UVs and texturing for these house pieces. But since we're going to work on the house, let's go ahead and hide the walls, the porch pieces, and the accessories that we've got there. And then if we can get the walls and the roof done, then perhaps we will actually build a decent house. So let's see, put the guard on. And let's head over to UV editing with everything selected. Now I've gone ahead and unwrapped this, but we need to turn on live unwrap here. So we'll hit U and turn on live unwrap. And if you're not familiar with UVing, what I've done in the UV editor is to turn on stretching. So to go to display and then stretching, and so we can see area stretching. And so the goal is to get it down to as dark blue as possible. So we can see some of these are dark blue, some of them are green. We don't really have any really bad areas, but I don't like the vast difference here in the stretching. So we're gonna fix a lot of that up. And then hopefully for some of this, we'll be able to lay it on top of each other and kind of clear up some texture space, but maybe we won't be able to. So we'll see how that goes. All right, so we can go ahead and kind of move these off to the side, I guess, because right now we just need to add seams in to our objects. All right, so edge select mode here. And if we're looking, we'll start with, actually, you know what? To make things a little easier, we will do one at a time here. So we'll go ahead and take this inside edge right here and mark that as a seam. Just right click there. And actually, let me turn on the shortcut VR. There we go. And let's move it to the right side, so that way it doesn't even come close. Glad to be here. Everything's looking good. Well, thank you, Katie. Yeah, I suppose we'll mark those as seams as well, which should clear up that section pretty decently. What the heck's going on in here? Okay, so this is good. This is just flat. Let's which one is selected over here? That's fine. But then it goes up. So here, let's do this. Recenter ourselves so that it's easier to rotate around this, and grab all that and hide it so that way we don't have to just look at that. And these are actually going to be totally different sections here. So we can go ahead and mark those as a seam. And I guess maybe follow that down and mark it as a seam as well. All right, and that cleans that up quite nicely. And it looks like the rest of those are good. Cool. We're making houses from Avatar? Not quite. Not quite. So there we go. All right, so if we bring that back, what do those look like? Unwrap it again. Perfect. All right, let's go do the same thing on the other side. So we have this one, mark that as a seam, and then grab these two edges here, mark those as a seam, and then the inside edge, and we went up and around. So mark all of that. Cool. And then the rest of that lays down pretty well. So I don't think... Did we make another seam over here? No, we did not. So what's the real issue here? Ah, but you know what? We have a face here that we're not going to even need. So, because you'll never see this face. So we'll just delete that face and delete that face. Did it delete only faces? No, just delete the face. So why is there an additional edge here? Okay, let's just remove that edge. It's not necessary. Did we have duplicate faces and stuff that I didn't know about? Alright, because yeah, you'll never see that face, so it doesn't even make sense for us to have that in there. So we can delete the same thing on the other side here. And so I imagine we're gonna have two in the same place. Oh no, that one was fine. Wonder what the difference was. No idea. Alright, where is this face? Ah, it's along the bottom of our edge here. So we're gonna have to worry about that. Hey, King Panda, welcome to the stream, man. They do kind of look Avatar-ish. I think that may be just the, I think that might be just the stylization of it. And that, like, they have similar styles. Sai Sith, welcome to the stream, man. How you doing? It's a little warm in here. I'll get my wife to turn down the AC. We'll text her. Because even though she can hear me, she probably isn't paying attention. How's everybody doing tonight? How are you guys doing? Okay, so what do we want? We don't want to keep that there. Can we not? Ooh, is that not connected to anything? Ugh, that's not good. Okay, and we can fill that in there, and then Control T, convert that to triangles, and there we go. So, just accept it. Avatar is amazing, and your house is now being influenced by the art style. I'm cool with that. Avatar is amazing. Are you guys looking forward to the Netflix adaptation? Thanks, babe. We're turning the air down. My wife's the best. You guys might be married. My spouse is better. I think every spouse is legally obligated to say that. So, you're working away. KDB, have you been keeping up with the sculpting challenge? I'll be honest, I haven't. Yeah, Netflix is doing they're doing a remake of, I don't know if it's a remake or just a retelling or whatever, but they're doing their own version of it. All right, essentially, I'm not quite sure what the problem with these are. Here, maybe if we grab this, Control L, and hide it, we can... Ah. Yeah, you're never gonna see that face, so... Sorry, wait. Alt-H, and then we'll grab this and rehide. And then we don't need that face, so we'll delete it. And then when we unwrap again, there we go. So we can bring that back. And it looks good. And there's a little bit of stretching in here, but that's not too terrible. We're gonna put some, just some stuff in there. It won't be too bad. You kind of quit so you could focus on one and go further with it, like skin and hair. Yeah, I was kind of the same way. I've like got an idea for a character concept that I want to go with. There are 3 character concepts. Because I published my first Skillshare course. I don't know if you guys saw in the Discord or whatever, but I published my first Skillshare course, and that like got me inspired to do more weapon design and character design and like adventurer type stuff. So I've got like 3 characters in mind, and I will be working on that. So I've kind of stopped, but there will be some face sculpting for some female characters, and I've got a person in mind to do some voice acting for that character if we get to the point where we're making shorts. So I'm pretty sure she'll say yes, because we started doing our YouTube/Twitch stuff around the same time. And I wouldn't say that we're like close community-wise, but we've maintained somewhat of a relationship as we like pop into each other's streams and stuff. So we'll see. We'll see. Sysith, do you mean like Avatar, like James Cameron, the blue people Avatar? Adorno, thanks for stopping by and giving a like. Appreciate it. Army, yes. We're gonna go yes. I will probably want some help with coloring because it's not something I'm gonna be good at. So you're gonna need to learn how to texture in Blender and then jump into Blender and texture. So check out the course on texturing on my channel, and you'll learn everything you need to know. So did you, when you say you finished your first semester of school, like you finished your first semester of teaching? Oh, I'm removing this song. I forget this one. Yeah, let's get this out of here. Can I remove it from my play tray? There we go. Yes. Moving on. I forgot we hated that song. Oh yeah, no. So the blue people, James Cameron's Avatar 2, like they are still working on it, as far as I know. I have heard like that they're still continuing on. So I don't know how true that is, but that's definitely what I've heard. All right, so let's unwrap here. What the heck is going on with this face? It's here. Okay, no problem. Grab this inside edge and mark a seam. And there we go. Cool. That one doesn't. It's not too hard to pull out. What's going on? Why is there this edge? What's up with this edge? Delete that edge. We don't need it. Same one over here? Nope. Don't know why. Alright, cool. So a lot of these are really simple to unwrap. So you started texture painting this weekend. It really helps. You paint the eyeballs and you're like, oh, there you are. Okay. Yeah. Definitely the case. I love texturing stuff. I'm terrible at it though. I will be honest. You're gonna see today. Here, let me save. Let me show you the final pieces. I'm actually really proud of these final pieces, but keep in mind I don't really do painting. So these are the final swords and shields for my Skillshare course, where I like walk you through how to do everything. So from like modeling and texturing and unwrapping and everything, and then we've even added some metallic maps here so you can see the cool reflective part of the metal on there. So all of that is in the Skillshare course. I'm just kind of plug that because I'm trying to get some students over there. But you can check the link. Should be a link in the description on this video, as well as a post on the community tab if you're interested in checking that out. But yeah, so this was like my. It's actually not too bad now that I'm looking at it again. But yeah, I'm really proud of that leather. And then we got hand-painted wood and other stuff. So we're going to be doing a lot more of this hand-painting wood and hand-painting shingles and hand-painting walls and stuff as we go forward. So there's the back with some straps and stuff. So these will definitely make an appearance when we get into the characters that I've got concepts for. I'm terrible at it. You'll see. Proceeds to show items that are amazing. Yeah, I wish I could. Okay, so like I've done wood texturing a lot, so I'm decent at that now. But like in general, I'm not very good at colors. I don't understand them. So yeah, I know how to texture. I can tell you how to texture. I'm just not good at making it work. I don't quite understand it, but we'll see. And I guess part of that is like I don't know if like you have to understand textures. Oh, that's gonna be a bad way to unwrap that. Like I don't know if you have to understand color in order to do texturing well. I just don't understand color, and so like I can texture things and like try to make them look okay, but I just feel like they never turn out really cool. Except those, I'm really proud of those. Those probably took. I did them in one take. I did the recording in one take. So combined, they probably took about an hour to hand paint. Well, thanks. Thank you. Okay, yeah, I don't have to do any unwrapping there. Shouldn't have to do any unwrapping here. Oh, I just turned off live unwrap. Yeah, okay. And probably not here either. Cool, and then this one is literally just 4 of these. Or it's 4 of these that I created. What is this one? Which one is this? This is the roof. Oh, this is the standard roof tiles in case you want to fill in or have a space that's too small. So we're gonna have to paint that too. So I will put those on top of each other essentially, and it'll just be the same tile again and again and again. That way we don't have to paint them all the time. But here we go with this one. What's this look like? We unwrap that. That's okay, I guess. So let's split that up. We'll mark that as a seam there, and then we'll just rip that one off here. Yeah, and there we go. So then we have our bottom piece here. See what that looks. It's a little bit bigger. Actually, that's okay. Where's this face? That's right down here. Why is that stretched so bad? Is that stretched badly because of the... Probably. Let's mark those as a seam there. And then I'll keep the other ones together. That's fine. Come in here. Where's this one? Alright, we'll unwrap that. There we go. You're doing Rodeska's skin texturing course to a very amateur degree. Cool. Well, I'm glad you're able to learn from him. Dude's a beast when it comes to this, especially for character models. One day I'll be there. One day. But for now, I'm just like, whatever. It'll look ish. It'll look okay-ish. Why did it unwrap like that? What the heck? Oh, it unwrapped like that because we have this bottom piece here that has to go up into the faces to make it look like everything is good to go. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, and then that's fine as it is, and where's this one? This one is here. I mean, we can take that up, I guess, if we really want to, and just mark all those as a seam. Things are good. So, now we should be able to select everything, unwrap, and there we go. And let's, I guess we can turn off snapping. Where is this face? Hello, where are you? You hope to graduate from ish too. Yeah, you'll get there. We'll all get there. Looks like the beams on the roof. Yeah, you know what? It's apparently these right here. It's apparently this face and that face. And that doesn't make any freaking sense. But you know what? You're not even gonna see these faces. Like you will never see these faces. So we'll delete them. And that's slightly better. Okay, it's all weirdly stretched. So, can we just hide? Can we just, like, hide those? Cool. So, where is this face? Okay, why are these faces now giving me trouble? You guys saw them, they were fine. Oh, UVs. Let's push that one. Oh no. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I think we just have faces on top of each other. I think that's the problem. So, if we then go to mesh, clean up, and merge by distance, that fixed a lot of it. We removed 105 vertices, which means we had a lot of faces out of place. So, now we fixed that. Well, shoot. There's some problems over here. Alright, I think we have to merge again. Clean up, merge by distance, and then increase the distance a little bit. Maybe not. I don't want to screw up anything. So. Alright, let's find out where these faces are. Where's this face? Why is it the same? This is a wonderful question. Okay, they are weirdly... Where is this? Why is this here? Okay. What on earth? There were no problems. There were no problems. Now there are problems. Dang it. Alright, well... Nothing to merge. How far are these apart? Okay. That's definitely too far. Okay. So, nothing will be affected there. So now we should be able to move that inside the wood board and things are good. I don't know what the problem is here. Something has to go wrong, yeah. You know, it's only natural that things would go wrong. I wanted this 4x4, but I wonder if it's the 4x4. Like, if I select everything but the 4x4. Yep. And then we select the 4... Or, hold on. I guess we'll undo. And then we'll select the 4x4. I don't know. You guys see that, right? I have everything selected. There's no problems. Let's go ahead and subdivide that. Oh, are they not? Well, they should be connected now. Whatever. Delete that vertex. There we go. I don't know. I don't know why that broke. I don't know why it broke. But it broke, and whatever. We fixed it, I guess. So now we have all of these. All of them. Alright, so that's probably fine, but let's go ahead and move them off to the side here, and we're going to just, like, snap them together. So I want to go ahead and I want to grab everything over here. And then I want to grab most of what's over here. Because this is literally those, like, it's basically the exact same. So as long as we make sure that parts on one are the same as parts on the other, then we should be good. So if we want to grab these, we'll have these three here, and where are these three? Because these are the top ones over here. Cool. Are all of these? Oh, all of those are connected because I merged them. Cool. So even though I merged them, what if we do linked here and pull these off to the side? And we don't need these. You will never see these faces, so let's go ahead and remove them. And in fact, I'm going to have to do that with all of these, because you're just never going to see them, and there's no point in having them if they're not going to be seen. Just want to make sure I don't have any additional ones of those, like here. Probably should have done a bit more careful modeling when I was creating the base one that we just duplicated to the rest of these. But shoulda, woulda, coulda. Okay, so we don't have any coming up. We just had the ones on the top. That's fine. No. So, Katie, I'm actually going to be using different materials. So, like, all of these roof tiles, they're going to be on one material for one texture together, and then I'll do the roofs on another one. So, UDIMs are more for, my understanding is that UDIMs are more for, like, the different parts of a single object. So if you were doing a character, having a UDIM texture is really good. But if you're doing, like, modular pieces like this, having them in chunks is probably the best way, and then you can duplicate and not have to worry about the different texture size and everything. So when we do the character course, when we get to retopping and texturing and all of that, we'll be using UDIMs in that character course. But for, yeah, right now, this is just going to be... these are just going to be like different materials and stuff. And that way, if people buy these and they want to use them in the Unity engine, or they want to use them in Unreal or whatever, then they can like have all of these roof pieces, and it's just one material, one texture call for all of that. All right, no additional weird tiles up there. None there. And none there. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I need to fix this before I do that, though. I gotta fix this. We'll take it there. I'll snap them all. Don't worry about it. Alright, so turn on snapping, snap to vertex, GY, snap it there. All right, so now we fixed that, and I don't think we have. Glad I didn't finish that sentence. Don't know why that got damaged. It definitely wasn't damaged earlier. Yeah, and the other side's not damaged, so I don't know. All right, well, I think everything is good now. So if we go here, and then let's just unwrap one more time, make sure things are solid. Yes, and with the exception of the one little green spot in there, we're good. So I'm okay with the way that we've unwrapped that now. I don't see any additional faces that really should be removed at this point in time. So now we can go ahead and kind of clean this up so that we don't have to paint on everything. We just have to paint on most of it. So let's grab the UVs for these. I guess do that. Control L, there we go. And move those off. And then we can put them on top of each other. So this is the middle rack. So, okay, this is middle. Where are my middle ones over here? So, and then L. Why? Wait. Those are connected, it says. But how? How were they connected? How? Pourquoi? I wonder if it was like they were too close. Okay. Good to know. So there we go. So these are middles, these are our bottoms, those are tops. So if that's a middle, grab the whole thing there, rotate it 180 degrees, and now we've got some middles. And where are these? These are tops. So those will actually snap onto each other, whereas this, that's a bottom. And these are middles. Cool. And it's a bottom. And this is a top. Cool. So now I'm just going to slap them on top of each other, and then we only have to paint the 1 and the 4 will be textured. Or maybe we only have to paint the 4 and then the 1 will be textured, but it doesn't really matter. As long as we paint 1, the others should be good. So let's go ahead and find out where these top really match up. So it looks like these can pretty much just be dropped on top of each other. So we'll turn on snapping, go to vertex, and just drop it like that. And then I think these probably match up the best with the bottom half here. So all of those are good to go. And now we can work on these. I'm not sure why This face right here is kind of weirdly lopsided because the other ones aren't, but just is what it is, I guess. So those look like they should be able to snap just like that. And we'll snap it on there. It's fine. It'll forgive me. I don't necessarily want it to look perfect, though, because if it's super perfect, people will be like, huh, I've seen those before. And these definitely snap down here on the bottom half as well. So there we go. We have our top, our middles, our bottoms. Good UVs are important, people. They are tedious. Probably better. Yeah. Alright, so all of these faces are now good. We'll just put them on the 0 to 1 space. We'll be pulling them off to like when we actually go to set up our UV space. We'll be pulling them off of there and kind of rearranging them a little bit, but I feel like that's just our way, gonna be our way to mark whether or not we've got it done. So for the left side here, let's I guess just grab L. No idea why it grabbed all of those, so we'll grab them in the object here and pull these down. And I can't really take the sides because they are all different. So we're going to have to do these on our, as a separate thing here. So grab everything, rotate that 180 degrees. I don't know why that went down south. Weird. Who knows? Alright, there we go. We'll just put that on there. Alright, and I don't think those are identical. Yeah, because I think I added in the cuts to be different depending on which side they were on. So I don't actually want to, I'm not going to be able to stack these on top of each other, but I will be able to pull these off and put them close enough together that they will look normal on the UV map. And this way our parts can kind of stay together. So we have our bottoms, our middles, and our tops. And we'll put that, I guess, right next to those wood pieces. And then we can do the same thing on the other side.